Hi guys! So it's Friday and today I'm 13 weeks. I just had an appointment with my midwife, which went really well. We talked about a lot of different things. First we got to listen to the baby's heartbeat, which in my first appointment it was 170 and now it's down to 158, which is normal. Apparently when the heart first starts beating, it goes a little bit faster just because I don't know if it's building muscle or what is exactly happening, but that's normal. And then we also talked about, like exercises to do so that car riding is more comfortable for me. We talked a little bit about typical relationship stresses and, how I can sort of be a little bit preventative, how to have those conversations. And just like my midwife also had a recommendation of who Al could talk to if he wanted some one-on-one time with a professional who's also a father and, was just interested in helping other dads cope, which I thought was really, really nice of her. And she told me about this women's group that she either helps run or runs, and they were just so supportive. So that was a really awesome appointment, and I'm really excited about the women's group. Hopefully I'll be able to get into one of those meetings soon. Yeah, and what else is going on? My belly doesn't look any different. I did gain 2 pounds at this visit, which is awesome. I'm now up to 116. Yeah, there's not really that much else going on with me. It's just the same old things that have been happening all first trimester. So, yeah, one thing I have noticed is it seems like staying hydrated is more of a challenge. I notice a lot more when I'm dehydrated. Maybe that's the real thing, is I just notice more. But fatigue is definitely a lot worse. I think morning sickness gets a lot worse when I'm dehydrated. And I would even say that hormones are probably worse when I'm dehydrated. So that's interesting to know. I don't know if anybody else noticed anything like that, but that's something I've been seeing. So I just try and eat soup because it's been chilly out and I don't feel like eating juicy vegetables. I'd much rather have nice warm soup. And drinking plenty of fluids, whatever tastes good, really. This week, for week 12 with the baby, reflexes were the big thing that got developed. So the toes curl up, the hands open and close, things like that are happening. Oh, sucking reflexes got developed this week, so that's kind of interesting to note. It's still only a couple inches long. I think it still weighs less than an ounce. So it's such a tiny little bean in there, but still doing well. Yeah, so not really anything else to really report about that. On sort of a side note, this is I wouldn't say the first week, but definitely the biggest week that Al and I have had a little bit of an emotional challenge with each other. I don't know if this is accurate, but what I'm guessing is going on is Al is feeling some stress, and because everybody offers their support to me, emotionally, and asks me how I'm doing emotionally and physically, that maybe Al feels a little bit left out. Maybe Al isn't getting some of the support that he could kind of use because he doesn't have physical things going on per se, but he has the same emotional things going on as I do. And so I'm guessing he could, maybe he would at least like the offer of a little bit of support or somebody asking him how he's doing. And then the other thing is I have lots of things that I can focus on as far as improving the health or, making the baby healthy, and, being good at being a pre-mom. But what can Al do, really? You know, he can be emotionally supportive of me, but that's really more for me. It's not really directly towards the baby. So all he can really focus on is finances, which, you know, there's not really that much he can do there that he's not already doing. So I think maybe he is experiencing a little bit of frustration that he can't be doing more, a little bit of feeling left out in the cold because he can't be more involved, really, in a lot of ways. And I can tell him, okay, this is happening, that's happening, but it's not the same because he doesn't get to feel it in the same way. And then I think of these things while I'm talking, and then by the time I finish my sentence, I have completely forgotten what I was going to say. So that just happened. I was going to say something else, and now I have no idea what it was. But anyhow, I feel a little bit bad for Al, and I noticed he's been a little bit extra twitchy. And so when my midwife and I were talking about, you know, just relationship things, she suggested, you know, just being extra supportive of him because the things that are going on with him aren't unusual, even if I'm thinking of completely the wrong reasons. He still does have extra reasons to have stress in his life. So, you know, just be supportive, make him whatever he wants for dinner sort of thing. And, you know, find other ways to be intimate, because sex is a great way to be intimate, but, I mean, not only do I not always feel like having sex, if we're supplementing the intimacy time with sex and other things like, I don't know, just having more intimate conversations, spending more quality time together. And that's just a greater volume of time and a wonderful bonding experience, which would be great to get in before the baby comes, because then there's 3 of us, and I would want our relationship to be that much more stable before we add a new challenge to it, you know. So that I thought was really wonderful that we spent time on that. So that's really the news about pregnancy this week. And if you guys have any other questions, just ask.